You just took last night's leftovers out of the fridge, popped them in the microwave and thought nothing of it. It's still perfectly good, right? But what if the real danger isn't the food itself? It's what already happened to it before you ever hit reheat? Pancreatic cancer is one of the quietest, deadliest diseases out there. It often develops with almost no warning signs at all. Now, we're not here to tell you one reheated meal causes cancer. That's not how this works. But which foods, reheated the wrong way, actually deserve more caution? And what does the real research say once you strip away the internet panic? Stick around, because one food on this list is something millions of people over 60 eat several times every single week. Food safety matters more after 60, since aging bodies handle bacteria and toxins less efficiently. Your pancreas plays a huge role here, producing enzymes for digestion and insulin to regulate blood sugar. Pancreatic cancer is notoriously hard to catch early, often causing no symptoms until it's advanced. Let's be clear on terminology. Reheating food doesn't automatically make it carcinogenic. The real distinctions lie between simple reheating, repeated high-heat cooking, processed foods, and poor storage. Our goal isn't to scare you away from leftovers, it's to help you make smarter choices. Food number 1 is processed meat, bacon, sausage, hot dogs, ham, salami, and similar products. This category earns caution regardless of reheating, largely because of preservatives like nitrites and nitrates, which under certain conditions can form compounds researchers have studied for their potential links to health risks. On top of that, frying, grilling, browning, and repeated heating can generate additional compounds worth being mindful of. Here's an important nuance, though. We're not claiming reheated processed meat directly causes pancreatic cancer, and the research doesn't support that kind of blanket statement. So does reheating something already cooked once actually make things worse? The honest answer is that frequency, portion size, cooking method, and your overall dietary pattern matter far more than any single reheating event. The practical takeaway is simple. Reduce how often you rely on heavily processed meats and favor less processed protein sources like fresh poultry, fish, or eggs more often instead. So like, subscribe, drop a comment if you eat any of these regularly. Food number 2 covers fried chicken, fried potatoes, fried snacks, and similar foods people commonly reheat the next day. The real concern here isn't simply warming refrigerated food, it's what happens when oil gets exposed to high heat repeatedly, undergoing oxidation and degradation that can create compounds worth being cautious about. There's also acrylamide, a compound that forms in certain carbohydrate-rich foods cooked at high temperatures, which researchers have flagged as a broader cancer risk concern. To be clear, this isn't proof that reheated fries cause pancreatic cancer specifically. The evidence doesn't support that leap. But there's a genuinely useful visual clue worth remembering. Very dark, heavily browned, or visibly burnt food generally signals more of these compounds formed during cooking. And there's another everyday food where the real concern may be what happens when you repeatedly heat it, not simply that it was leftover in the first place. Food number 3 is about burnt or heavily browned food specifically. There's a real difference between normal, appealing browning and actual charring, and that distinction matters. At high temperatures, particularly with meat, compounds called heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons can form, both of which researchers have studied for cancer relevance. But here's the key nuance. It's repeated routine exposure that matters far more than any single meal you happen to eat. This connects directly to grilling, frying, roasting, and yes, reheating too, since each additional round of high heat is another opportunity for these compounds to form. I want to be honest with you. Human cancer evidence here is genuinely complex, and it absolutely cannot be reduced to a simple equation like burnt food equals pancreatic cancer. The practical rule is simple, though. Avoid routinely eating the heavily charred portions of your food. Now we move to a food many people assume is automatically healthy, simply because it's plant-based. Food number 4 covers dishes cooked in large amounts of oil and then reheated afterward. Here's the mechanism worth understanding. Lipid oxidation happens when oil breaks down under repeated heat exposure, and reusing that same oil multiple times is genuinely undesirable from a health standpoint. This is different from simply reheating a finished meal once. Restaurant-style deep frying is a good example, since that oil often sits under prolonged, intense heat for hours, sometimes reused across many batches throughout a single day. I'm not claiming oxidized oil specifically causes pancreatic cancer. That's not what the evidence shows. The sensible precaution here is simply reducing repeated high-temperature oil exposure where you can. Practically, that means cooking at appropriate temperatures, avoiding degraded or repeatedly reused oil at home, and limiting how often heavily fried restaurant food makes it onto your plate. Which of these do you eat most often? Comment below and share this with someone who reheats leftovers daily. Food number 5 is really about packaged, processed leftover meals, the ones loaded with processed meat, refined carbohydrates, excess sodium, and heavy amounts of saturated fat. Here's the important shift in thinking. Though the real concern isn't the reheating itself, it's the overall dietary pattern these meals represent, meal after meal, week after week. A diet dominated by highly processed foods tends to be less favorable for long-term metabolic health, and metabolic issues like obesity, insulin resistance, and chronic inflammation are genuinely recognized risk factors connected to pancreatic cancer. To be clear, this doesn't mean one processed meal causes cancer directly. It's about the cumulative pattern over years, not a single dinner. The microwave often gets blamed for something that actually started much earlier, in the ingredients themselves and the cooking method used long before it ever became a leftover. Let's address the myth directly, because I know it's floating around. Does the microwave itself cause cancer? No, it doesn't. Microwaving doesn't make food radioactive, and it isn't automatically carcinogenic. Microwaves heat food using non-ionizing energy, fundamentally different from ionizing radiation that actually damages DNA. What actually matters is food composition, how it was stored, the temperatures involved, repeated high-heat cooking, and your overall dietary pattern, not the appliance itself. So let's set that fear aside. There's actually one leftover mistake that has nothing to do with cancer-causing chemicals at all, and it can still make your leftovers genuinely unsafe. Glad we could clear that up. If this is helping, hit subscribe and give it a like. Here's the mistake that matters most, and it's simpler than anything we've covered so far. Improper storage lets bacteria multiply, which is why leftovers should go into the fridge promptly, not sit out on the counter for hours. Reheating thoroughly matters too, but here's something important. Some toxins bacteria produce aren't destroyed by reheating alone, even at high temperatures. I want to be clear, this is primarily a food poisoning concern, not evidence that improperly stored leftovers cause pancreatic cancer. Follow your local food safety guidance for refrigeration and reheating times, and check them regularly. And remember, smell and appearance aren't always reliable indicators that food is actually safe to eat. Let's ground this in what research actually shows. Pancreatic cancer has multiple recognized risk factors. Cigarette smoking is one of the strongest, along with obesity, chronic pancreatitis, certain inherited genetic factors, advancing age, and diabetes, all playing a role in appropriate context. Diet is being studied extensively, but individual food claims online frequently exceed what the actual evidence supports. Here's the credibility check worth remembering. No responsible doctor should ever tell you that reheating one specific food guarantees pancreatic cancer. Risk almost always comes down to long-term exposure and multiple interacting factors working together over years, not a single food or a single meal. Let's make this personal for a moment. Think back over the past week. How often did processed meat show up on your plate? Did you reheat deep-fried leftovers or reuse frying oil more than once? Were charred foods a regular thing, and did your leftovers make it into the fridge promptly? Was most of what you ate minimally processed or leaning heavily processed? This isn't a diagnosis, and it's not meant to alarm you. It's simply a moment of honest awareness. Focus on the patterns you can realistically shift, not perfection overnight. Which leftover do you reheat most often? Drop it in the comments along with your age and country if you don't mind. Subscribe for more evidence-based senior health videos like this one. And if you're over 60, there's another everyday eating habit that may matter far more for your pancreatic health than whether your leftovers came from yesterday. We'll get into that next.